And welcome back to episode 79 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and punk ass co-host, Malcolm the Bird Whisperer King.
What's going on, Clifford? Always a good day to be a Raider, I see, huh?
Listen, you must be whispering to them birds, because like I said, every time y'all win, we lose. Don't really much matter who to.
Right.
If y'all win, we going down.
Somebody's got to go.
Listen, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. You must be whispering to them birds, man.
Hey, putting in some calls.
But I tell you what, we gonna jump it off a little different just because we'll wait and see if we get any guests or any co-hosts that pop in. I want your opinion on something. So I saw on what was the site? Oh, I don't want to say it was ESPN. I can't remember what it was. But Chris Carter gave his top 5 rookie wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if you agree with the list. So I got 2 lists, right? I got Chris Carter's list of the top 5, and then I got fantasyfootballcalculator.com's list of the top 5, and then I just gave my opinion, of course, and I want yours. So for Chris Carter, I guess to start it off backwards like he did, at number 5, he said Rashad Bateman out of Baltimore. Then he said Rondale Moore out of Arizona. Then Jalen Waddell out of Miami.
Waddle, okay. Yeah,
whatever his name is, Waddle.
Right.
Is it Waddle?
I've heard him say Waddle, yeah, whatever. I think it's Waddle, but anyways,
well,
you know who you're talking about.
Waddle it is. That just sounds funny.
Right.
Then at number 2, he had Devonta Smith.
Okay.
Out of Philly, of course. And then number 1, Jamar Chase out of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Now, I guess before I give my list, I'll say fantasyfootballcalculator.com had a different, right? And I think that comes from like points in fantasy football.
Right.
Which I don't think equal out like to, cold hard stats.
Right.
So to speak.
Right. They don't.
So they had number 1, Devonta Smith, which makes sense because I feel like he's the most targeted out of the rookies. Like, don't get me wrong, Burrow definitely targets Jamar Chase a lot. But I think it's a slight second to the way Devonta Smith gets targeted.
Devonta Smith, Devonta Smith basically makes the most out of all his catches. Not saying Jamar Chase and them other guys don't, but it's like when Devonta Smith gets the ball, it's like big play.
Yeah, you're right.
Like big play, like Heisman type shit he was expected to do, even at his size, which I still agree with you that he does need to eventually put on some more of some
I
some
think
size.
So, man.
Because I don't know if you've seen him recently, but he's wearing like this. It's kind of funny, but he's wearing like this arm brace on like I think his left arm, like this black arm brace, this wrap, whatever you want to call it, like all the way from his shoulder to his wrist. So he has some kind of injury that he still must be playing with, and he's doing all right with it. But yeah, I mean, I love Jamar Chase. And don't get me wrong, we're talking about overall. Yeah, I'll take Chase. I mean, from what we're shown, Chase is amazing. But Devonta Smith, I mean, he's that.
I mean, he's a very close. I feel like that one right there is a toss up.
Yeah, you
like for the 1 and 2, right? Like you can't get mad either way at that decision.
But you see back when the draft happened, Cliff. While I tried to argue with whoever that I thought Smith should have went higher when it came to wide receivers, but a lot of y'all were saying the Waddles and whoever, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I do remember.
And I think Smith is just trying to show everybody, like, I'm right there with somebody like Chase. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, because he is, in my opinion, he's right there with him. They neck and neck.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
but
yeah,
they had
the list.
Yeah, they had after Devonta Smith, they had Elijah Moore with the New York Jets.
Yes.
Definitely liked that pick. Didn't he? They had Rashad Bateman.
I don't know much about him. I don't know anything.
I know some of them. Like, I've seen him in Baltimore, but I'm not like I haven't. Impressed. Right. Well, I won't even say that because I'm not familiar. When I watch, I'm not familiar enough with Baltimore, their players and their numbers so much to where unless they say it, I just like I don't want to say I don't care too much, but it's like who was that? Like, I'll more so write the number down than the name and try to figure it out later. But yeah, I don't even know what number he is on there. What number is he on Baltimore now that I think about it?
You said Rashad Bateman, right?
Mm-hmm. But while you look that up, they had Jamar Chase at 4, and then they had Terrence Marshall Jr. out of Carolina at 5.
He's number 12, by the way, Rashad Bateman.
Who's number 14?
On the Ravens?
Yeah. Is it 14? No, it's 16.
16?
Yeah, I think it's 16. It's one of them team numbers. It's a wide receiver.
That's funny if it is 16. If you're talking about number 16 is Tylan Wallace. That's my peoples I was telling you about that I don't know.
For real?
Oklahoma State. If that is who you're talking about, he just got drafted to the Ravens. I was telling you a while back. Wide receiver from Oklahoma State. I don't watch him close enough to know, but I didn't know he was getting any playing time. But if that's what you're talking about, he's number 16.
I don't know if that's. I know it's a wide receiver and it's in a team.
It's Rashad Bateman because I see online other websites have him listed as one of their top wide receivers. So yeah, he's number 12. So that has to be him.
Maybe that is who I've been seeing. I don't know.
I mean, me personally, I'm just looking through here to see how I put my lineup together, my 5. I definitely say Jamar Chase is number 1. Again, he's the hottest wide receiver out overall. He's about to be on the brink of breaking records from what I understand.
Oh, he's already broken.
Barry Rice.
Randy Moss. I don't know what. I can't remember what record it was.
Touchdowns or yards. I think it was yards so far through so many games or something.
Yeah, something like that. But it was Randy Moss's record because I was just listening to who was talking about it.
Podcast or something.
Yeah, but I can't remember who. Damn. Oh, matter of fact, it was Chris Carter. He was on the list. Yeah, when he was talking about him on the list, talking about him breaking Randy Moss's records and all that. So, I always kind of felt like Chris Carter was a deep down Randy Moss hater.
I could see that because you got the old school versus the new school when Randy came in.
He had been there. Randy came in, took over. I feel like he always had. I met him.
Who? Chris Carter? Really?
Yeah, he had a house in Gahanna.
No shit. He lived in. Did he go to Ohio State?
Did he go to Ohio State?
I'm just wondering what would his ties be to saying living here, out of places or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
you got me curious. But yeah, go ahead, continue definitely.
But he had a house in Gahanna.
And you met him? Mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely would say, he's from Troy, Ohio.
Oh, is that where?
He went to the Ohio State University, OSU boy. Okay.
Oh, so he did go there. So okay, I'm tripping.
Okay, that's probably why he ended up. And anyways, that makes sense. That makes sense. Shout out Chris Carter's birthday's actually coming up in 8 days. About to be the 56.
Oh,
Okay,
for real?
okay.
That's what's up. Where
Yeah.
what years did he play at Ohio State? Shit. I feel
Right.
like
Let's see.
I feel like I was old enough to know that.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Uh, yeah, your old ass. Let me see.
Unless the motherfucker's mind's playing tricks on me.
Right. I'm trying to see, bro. It's listing his like NFL stuff. Okay, college career. I'm looking. Around 1985, 1980. He played
Oh,
like
okay,
around.
yeah, no, then that's probably why.
Oh yeah. Right. You was just coming into this earth.
Young
That makes
whippersnapper.
Right. Yeah, you wasn't knowing what was going on for him at Ohio State. But no, Cuddy, I would say like I said, that's a good conversation. I'm glad you brought this topic up. I'd say, yeah, Jamar Chase, number one. Gotta go with that. I'm gonna say Devonta Smith, not to be biased. Obviously, I rock with Philly, but
I had it the same way.
Yeah, I think truly he's number two. My number three, I think just out of the other names that we talked about, Cliff, I would have to say, I don't know. I just feel like I've been hearing about lately more of Elijah Moore. So I think I'd have to put him at 3.
Okay.
Jalen Waddle, I definitely would put at 4. And for my 5,
yeah, 5 is hard for me too.
I don't really know anybody else outside of really the people we've been talking about. So I guess I
got an interesting 5.
Rashad Bateman. You got an interesting 5? Okay,
yeah, I mixed up. I switched my Jalen Waddle and my Elijah Moore. I had Waddle at 3, Moore at 4.
Okay.
But I feel like Moore could be a lot better if he had a better quarterback. I feel like both of them are in the same situation.
They
really.
They are.
But
they're not living up to their true potential due to their current situation.
Right, but I feel like Moore falls into the category with a Devonta Smith, where you're somewhat undersized as well. When a Waddle's full size, just as fast, I'm going with him.
Right.
And then my 5, who do you think my 5 was?
It ain't nobody we talked about?
No, there's nobody even. He was actually on the list. He was on the top 10 list of the fantasy football calculator, but he wasn't on anybody's top 5.
He was drafted first round.
I don't know. Don't get me lying. I don't know. I can't
think. Oh, wait. I think I know. CeeDee Lamb.
No.
He's a rookie, ain't he? Is he a rookie?
Is he a rookie? This is his second year, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know who. I'm stumped.
My guy, Kadarius Toney.
I was going to say him. It's funny you say that. I was going to say his name just to say it, but I was not going to say that because I haven't heard.
He's another undersized guy, but
he is.
You haven't heard from him for real? I haven't heard, but who really hears about the New York Giants, really?
That's what I'm saying. And he ain't nobody that you.
I've looked him up. I have looked him up to see what his stats is looking like, and I feel like based on the highlights that I've seen of the games, because I haven't really caught a New York game all the way through by no means, but first of all, they use him different. And then second of all, Daniel Jones, I don't know if he's always going to be the best guy to get it to you.
No, he's not. But yeah, I just haven't heard anything about
But they got him throwing the ball and everything.
Really? Like a kind of Antoine Randall kind of people back in the day?
Like he's not just a throwbacks, like they got him throwing the receivers and all kinds of shit.
Like actually, yeah.
Right, the quarterback will throw it to him on the screen and then he'll throw to the receiver type shit. Like
I missed that kind of play. I missed that. You don't see that too much these days.
And it doesn't seem like I wouldn't trust him on a deep ball, but it doesn't seem like he got a bad arm.
Right. Hey, you may be onto something. If some teams could get some rotation, some plays like that, that'll throw them off. Defenses off for sure.
I
Because
can't.
you don't see it.
And they got him running out of the Wildcat too, and he throws out of that sometimes.
I'm not a fan of that
I'm
Wildcat
not
no
either.
more.
Not in the NFL.
Yeah, it was cool. It was hot when Chip Kelly brought it that one season we talked about in the past. People didn't know what to do with it at first, but yeah, after that it was a wrap.
Yeah, but they put him in that, and I just don't think that they're using him correct. But I feel like they kind of have to use him that way because of the lack of talent of Daniel Jones. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not just hating on him like that. I'm just saying that you're not what everyone thought you were going to be. I was never really high on him in the first place.
Right.
But
yeah. No, I wasn't a fan.
Clearly they saw something. And I mean, he shows you little sparks, but you can't have a winning team or even a consistent team with little sparks from your quarterback.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is not it for me. That's not true. When we talk about those Super Bowl potential winning quarterbacks, I just can't put him in
He's not on that list.
Conversation. Not on that list. Yeah, no, not for me. Not for me.
Yeah, no. But let's get into these games here. Fuck waiting.
Okay, let's talk about it.
First and foremost, especially because your boy's not here, and I do believe that was the last game. That was the Thursday night game last week, wasn't it? The Dolphins Ravens.
Let me double check in. So
I believe it was.
What was last Thursday? So today is. So that would have been the.
That would
the 10th. Oh wait, yeah, the 10th. Duh. Hold on.
Would it have been? I don't know.
Because today's the 17th. So yeah, a week ago. So anyways, I'm tripping. Sorry, the 11th. It says a game was the Ravens and the Dolphins. Yep, on Thursday, November 11th.
Yeah, that's what I
Dolphins
thought.
22.
I didn't know. I don't remember the date, but I do remember it being a Thursday game. First of all, that 22-10 victory, that was vicious. I had a feeling when we were making our picks, and if I believe I picked Ravens by 3. Yeah, Ravens by 3. And I was still unsure of that, but definitely didn't see the Dolphins winning by 22. A lot of it came from defense. I don't want to say a lot of it, but well, yeah, for real.
A good amount, yeah.
Right.
A good amount. Yeah. Defense was acting a fool, I heard.
Yeah, I think they had 2 interceptions.
Couple picks. Yeah. Xavier Howard and them.
Yeah, one was a pick 6. Yeah, because Jacoby Brissett didn't throw any touchdowns.
Yeah, that was an impressive win by Miami. That's what I'm saying, man. This season, really, like, there's nobody in particular that wows me anymore lately. Because I've seen the best of the best get beat by.
I don't want to word it like that. Like nobody wows you. I just think that the competition is so stiff around a lot of teams that it doesn't make anybody look stand out.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, nobody stands out. Like, it's like everybody's on similar.
Because I feel like I don't want to say every, but I want to say almost every team has wowed me at some point.
Of course.
Even the ones that aren't set to do anything has wowed me at a specific point. But I do feel like the competition this year is just so evenly spread that you get those games where it's like you expected them to win and it didn't happen. Or you expected them to win by this much and it turns out they only won by 3. And that has to be the case, especially when it comes to our picks, because I'm telling you right now, I thought I won this week until I went through all the other ones. Me, you, and Les tied last week for
really?
Yeah, for first with 4 out of the 8 picks.
So we all was 50%, huh? Man,
That's tough.
that is. That is.
Yeah,
It
this
tells you
weekend or this past week and the week before.
right. Some doozies, huh?
Yeah, man. I feel like I would like to see. I just hope they legalize gambling in Ohio.
Me too. I'm waiting on them for the sports game. That's what I'm saying.
I
What we
just don't
waiting on?
understand what they right, like you said, what they're waiting on. In that way, I could see look up to see what the parlays would get you.
Right.
Because I feel like this season is making somebody a lot of money.
Oh, I bet. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of underdogs have been getting
Right.
some wins.
Somebody's cashing out. I don't know who because we've only been 50 to slightly above 50 these past couple weeks.
Right, right.
But somebody's making bread is all I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to be a part of it.
Man, listen. I would like to get a whole group following together, people that kind of how your boy do.
Jayon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you part of that, by the way, on Facebook?
Yeah, I think
put you in there?
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
I need to start putting
but it's like
okay.
It's like, what's the point, Because I can't all I can do is look at the picks and agree or disagree, but I can't bet. So it's
right.
I
right.
don't even look at them half the time.
Well, I got you whenever I'm out of town and places I'm able to do it at.
Right. But I mean, that all depends on if I got the feeling, if I got the cash I'm willing to throw out, all that matters. I would just like to have it so I could check at my own discretion.
Right. Yeah, I mean, hey.
But they always trying to hate.
Right. It's hard, especially in them parlays, man. Be off by 1 point or whatever and whole parlay go down.
Right. No, that is the case. But I do want to point out, we talked about it briefly off podcast, but Lamar Jackson, regardless of his performance, which wasn't bad, 60%, 60.5%, 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He had a 73.6 QBR, but second person ever to have their number retired by Louisville.
Oh yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah.
Do you know who the first was?
I do not. I never was able to figure that out.
Johnny Unitas.
Oh, he went to Louisville? I think he wasn't Ohio. That's Laronitis. Okay.
Johnny, yeah, you're thinking of the linebacker.
Right.
Johnny Unitas was so that's good company to be in, I tell you.
He was the Colts quarterback, right?
Yeah. Who went up against Joe Namath?
Joe Namath, yeah, for the
Jets. It was Unitas and Namath. And Namath got that win that 1 year. I don't know. I watched it. That's before my time, but I watched the little doc back in the day. But
good company.
Definitely great company. I don't. If I'm being honest, so as much as I would like to, I wish Les was on so I could really, give it to him. But,
right. Him and Brittany at this point, huh?
Right, for real. But
FC North was woo.
I don't think that this is too much of a reflection on the Ravens. So much of just 1 year game. I know they were touching Lamar Jackson. They were getting, I don't know if they have anybody on the injured reserve list for their offensive line, but they were touching Lamar Jackson. And that doesn't usually happen, so.
Man, yeah, they was getting after him. Because that was not a good game. Yeah, that was not that is not how I thought the game would turn out.
Nah, I don't think that's how anybody thought. That's how somebody thought the game was going to turn out.
Somebody probably made big off that game, I'm sure.
None of us. Everybody picked the Ravens on that one.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And then shit, speaking of Brits, that's another one. But you know what? On that one, everybody picked the Patriots to win, not by that much.
Right.
I was the only one that went with the Browns in that game.
Crazy.
You crazy. Yeah, I don't know what.
You just try to hold it down, be nice for be on
behalf of that wouldn't that wouldn't even that's not even my style. I don't know, but I don't know what drove that decision. I mean, it may be the same thing that drove me to pick with your Eagles this week, but that one I don't know. I just figured. First of all, I figured that defensive line would have got to Mac Jones a lot easier.
Right.
I felt like that would have rushed his game, like made him rush his reads. And we know he's in New England to begin with, and they're known for rushing your progressions, going through them quickly, getting the ball out fast type shit. But for a rookie, I felt like that sense of urgency would have affected his game, and it didn't really seem like he had any, to be honest. It seemed like it was any other game, and if it's going to be any other game, then, I mean, Mac Jones is good enough to pick you apart. At least the Chicago or I was about to say Chicago Bears. At least the Cleveland Browns. Listen, so that's exactly what happened. I won't say picked them apart, but he threw for 74.4%, 281 yards, 1 touchdown, 102.6 QBR. So he definitely did his thing. Baker was 50, 73 yards. I won't say 50, but 52.4, 73 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Motherfucker's completion percentage looked like his QBR. His QBR was 56.3. And then he got hurt, I think, in the third. So he was supposed to be out with a knee contusion, but from the sounds of things, he says he plans to play Sunday against the Lions. Now my question to you. Would be, why would he come back or rush back with injury against the Lions?
That don't make no sense. To me, that didn't add up. What do you think it could be?
See, that's what I thought at first too. I said that doesn't make sense. Why would he rush back to play a team with no wins?
Yeah, it don't add up to me.
And then I thought to myself, that's exactly what it is. They're playing a team with no wins.
They don't want to lose to that team.
You can't be Cleveland. Listen, you don't have to ask Brett.
Right.
Look at how high motherfuckers was on Cleveland at the start of this season based off last season's performance.
Bruh, riding the wave.
And now it seems to be crumbling, right?
Hell yeah. Called it too early. Yep.
So, my thing is, if Baker, the coach, whoever you want to blame it on, allows the team to lose to the team that has no wins this season, then that confirms to everyone everywhere that you are the same Cleveland we always thought you were.
Oh, you knew that. Well, I think
they can't afford for that.
Yeah.
Now, my next question would be, because, of course, if Baker doesn't play, then you got to start Keenum.
Oh, Case Keenum?
Uh-huh. Who would you rather have out there? Would you rather have a 75, 50%, 75 Baker?
Next man up at this point, because now I risk you a more injury, like worse injury, and bad performance because you're playing injured on top of that and overthinking. Yeah, I mean, I would get him healthy and it's still early. Um, yeah, I go next man up, Case Keenum.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. And then Jared Goff is most likely out. I guess he has an injured oblique.
Yeah, he got hurt too, huh?
That's what they said. What is an oblique? Is that in your stomach?
I thought oblique was something like on your side, like your side.
Right, but in your torso area.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That's what I
That's
thought.
what
I
I
just
thought.
don't know where that. Listen, I don't know.
I'm about to look just for the hell of it. Oblique,
But they said
oblique muscle. It is the oblique, which runs along the sides of your core, are important for rotational movements, bending from side to
okay.
side, protecting your spine.
Okay.
So yeah, your torso, like you said.
Yeah, like you said. But they got who? They said Tim Boyle.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tim Boyle, who I didn't know either. I looked up who he was. I guess he played for Green Bay from 2018 to 2020. They said collegiately played for Connecticut and Eastern Kentucky. If I'm remembering correctly, I didn't write all of it down. I'm just but yeah, he's been taking snaps for the Lions. So there's no guarantee that they're even playing. You're playing the Lions, but at the same time, it sounds to me like this is a younger dude than Case Keenum. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I think you got to go with the experience at this point, especially when you're the Browns. You can't afford to just keep throwing anybody.
You said
in
go
there.
with Keenum.
Go with the experienced quarterback. Yeah, go with Keenum rather than just going with somebody who doesn't have too much experience. Especially being the Browns, like you said at this point.
No, that's the Lions.
Oh, the Lions. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You said for Goff.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
they have
Tim
no choice. The Browns are gambling. It's going to be between Baker and Keenum, and Baker's hurt.
Oh, Doyle. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hey.
Baker said this is the most injured he's ever been in his career.
Really?
Well, right. He said multiple injuries. Not like any one, but he says but he said, but nobody cares. I don't know. I don't know.
He's emotional. He's overly emotional. His wife be having his back. She's emotional. I guess she got at Stephen A. couple times.
That's her job, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, like we always referred to in the past, we don't hear about LeBron's wife. When LeBron,
well, no. And what I don't mean by listen, I know. I don't mean it's her job to step in places that, like stay out of the business. Because, it's been a lot of situations where wives have fucked up the husband's situation by
dads too
overstepping boundaries. We don't know if that was a fucked up situation. This may be the best thing for him.
Odell? Shit, you want to talk about that too? I mean, you said you had a whole point on Odell.
We can talk about it right now. No, you said you wanted to bring up Odell.
Yeah. Odell, what I say? I called you. It was offline. I said, oh, that's right. I said Odell Beckham and Le'Veon Bell washed up at times or a point in their career where they should still be in their prime, technically speaking. And to me, they have been washed up.
As I said to you on the phone, where exactly did you get that confirmation from if he only played that first game in LA?
Well, I mean, this is back what I was referring to. The times that Odell Beckham was targeted, I believe at least once, maybe twice. the ball had hit his hands and he dropped it. I think one was almost a interception because of it. You got to catch the ball. I'm not saying he should have been targeted every play. I know he's still new to the team. He hasn't even really got a chance to study the playbook. I definitely understand that. I'm just saying, if the quarterback tells you running this route, you get open, he throws you the ball, you're able to get your hands on it, you're the Odell Beckham, catch the motherfucking ball. Get that ball. Go up there, get that ball, bruh. You know what I mean? You got little niggas like Devonta Smith, rookies, with a cast on their whole damn arm, out here going crazy.
But that's different, and that's wildly different because Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts were teammates in college.
I understand, but Matt Stafford is a all-pro quarterback.
But it doesn't matter. I mean? Every quarterback throws differently.
That's true.
And for somebody that hadn't even been there for a full week to... Now, don't get me wrong. He's a wide receiver, correct. He should be able to catch a ball, any ball, regardless of how it comes, if it hits your hands.
Right.
But for someone to get comfortable or be comfortable with passes when you've only had a handful of them thrown to you in a live game situation, on top of the fact of not knowing a playbook, that's a lot to deal with. And I just feel like everybody's being hard on him for whatever reason, I don't know. But there's a lot of other players right now, and I said your boy included, who plays for the Raiders now, Deshaun Jackson included. Like nobody else is holding them to that standard that they just have to come out and be Superman.
Well, these guys are way past their prime. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying to you the other day. Is I don't think anybody at this point in Deshaun Jackson's career, for example, with him, any team you put him on, nobody is truly expecting. He's just the old dog that's still trying to find a home.
So let me ask you this. What is it that you think that LA's coach was expecting out of Odell Beckham?
Just to catch the ball. If the ball's thrown to you, you can get your hands on it, to bring that ball in, possess that ball, and get that yardage. I mean, that's what I would expect. I don't expect him to want to know every route, every play call. Just get open, and if you can get open,
right? Yeah. I get what you. What I'm asking is, what do you think they expected of him as far as his responsibilities beyond catching the ball? You're a wide receiver. That's your responsibility.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's like the second or third guy on the team, like we talked about too offline.
Exactly, right? That's also what I'm getting at, because the only reason why I asked that question is because Cooper Kupp, like everybody's been saying, he's on his way to a Pro Bowl. He's about to have a Pro Bowl season. So you came to a team that already had security blankets. The quarterback already had wide receivers they were known for throwing to.
Right.
Now, hate to say it, but break was Robert Woods getting hurt.
Right.
So now that opens up a slot for you to slide into.
Right.
But let's be honest, if Robert Woods wasn't hurt, you wouldn't be in that slot.
No.
So what were they expecting of him by bringing him onto the team? It's only a 1-year deal, like we discussed. He's just finishing out the contract, right?
Well,
so at the end of that year, don't you see Robert Woods back?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I think they only really signed him because it was perfect timing, like you said, with the Robert Woods situation. I think literally he got hurt, and then maybe like the next day or something like that, they got Odell, brought him in. You know, it was perfect timing.
Right.
I mean, the star, as you would quote it before in the past, the stars just aligned on that situation for Odell, being that, like I said, Robert Woods went down. LA already turns out to be a pretty good team, even though they took a big loss Monday. And he got released off waivers. So boom, we were able to pick him up. I don't know what they expect from him next year though.
I don't know if they keep him next year unless he produces something. And I said all that to say.
You just gave me an idea.
I said all that to say though. I can't remember exactly how I wanted to say it. Let me just put it like this. He came in with, like we said, less than a week. As we know, this isn't high school football.
Right.
Travel and preparation all matter.
Time change.
All that matters. So essentially what happened was you were thrown directly into the fire. You didn't have time to practice. You didn't have time to get your drops out with this new quarterback. You were just thrown into the game. Now, he did have 2 catches as well. Now, I don't know how many drops. I didn't look at the percentage, and I didn't see how many times he was targeted because I didn't watch the full game.
I didn't either. Yeah, I saw the end.
I didn't watch the full. I started the game, and then I turned it off, had to go to sleep, and tried to finish up with the highlights. And as we know, highlights don't give you all the targets, all the everything.
Right. Did you see George Kittle, that meme going around, or video or picture of George Kittle pancaking Von Miller in that game?
No, I didn't.
He knocked him.
I didn't.
Clear on his ass.
That's a big boy, man.
Who? Which one?
Kittles.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big boy. I mean, they're both big boys, but
right.
Listen.
Man, that was David and Goliath right there.
That's a big boy, man.
Play. Yeah, it was yeah, it was bad. I didn't
But
see
once
the video
again, as far as that game, that was an awful game on everybody's behalf.
At
that
all
wasn't just
sides.
That wasn't just Odell Beckham, regardless.
Not at all.
So I feel like
Matt Stafford played terrible.
Awful. I feel like just to put that on him was that's too much, and that's what everybody is attempting to do. But at this point, I feel like he should expect it.
But why do a lot of teams play better without Odell? You notice that? They win more. A lot of teams seem like the teams that he's played on a lot of times when he's out and he's injured.
Well, what teams?
More. The Browns.
What, that 1 year?
A couple times in New York. Last year, yeah. I mean, they was winning games.
But let's be honest. Don't you think that as shitty as the Browns were in the past, they weren't due one?
Of course. I'm just saying Beckham wasn't needed clearly. You know what I'm saying? He clearly wasn't needed last year.
No, he wasn't needed. No, he wasn't needed. But going back to previous conversations that we had in the past, New England's proved that.
Right.
Prime quarterbacks aren't needed.
Right, yeah.
We've had that conversation. You get them because they're usually good at something. They're usually a specialty. This guy is extremely fast.
Oh, snap. Less Dirty Bird. Oh, speaking of the
Let
Ravens
me find out.
and everything.
It's popping, y'all.
That boy at work. That boy,
right.
That boy
don't hop on the motherfucker. Don't.
Hey, Cuddy, he came in to get tore up on break. He took a break from the BS to get into more BS. Okay.
Hey, man. Shout out to the shower heads, you know what I mean?
Right.
Always got to make my appearance. Always, and I call it tie. The Steelers and them weak-ass Lions.
Oh, he did.
Like, you didn't call that tie, though, but you did say it was going to be a tie.
I've been saying there was a tie coming, bro. I already knew it.
You did.
I just didn't think the weak-ass Steelers would get a tie with the worst team in the league, but...
Man. Awful.
Tough.
Awful. What's up with them Ravens, Les? What's up with them Ravens? While you
so I'll speak on my piece, you know what I'm saying? So come on. But But yeah, no, I don't even know who we played, bro, because I was so upset about the game. I don't even know who we played. Who we played?
Oh, you don't know who they played, Cliff.
y'all play
Miami, the Dolphins.
Right.
Oh, the Dolphins?
I forgot for a second. Yeah, 20.
Bro, because I'm like, we lost. Like, 3.
Yeah, 20
Trash, yo. I mean, yeah, I watched the game. It was one of them, like I remember, I think.
Oh, shit, my nigga froze or something.
Maybe somebody else said this, but it was like, yo, the Ravens having way too many close calls. Like, versus teams, you shouldn't need close calls. Yeah, like, you can't. We barely beat we smashed the Chargers, which was crazy because I didn't expect that. Right. Like, we beat the teams we ain't supposed to beat, but we lose to the teams we're supposed to win. Like,
I mean, welcome to Vegas.
It's any given game, any given moment.
No, I don't know, man. I just think Lamar was tired, man, and you know.
And I don't know if it was tired. They was touching his motherfucking ass.
Yeah, they was, man. They was on his ass, bro. Man. I don't know what they do, line and linebacker. I don't know who they had, but they was whoever they needed a signing bonus. They needed an extension or something. They was definitely getting to it. I don't know. I think teams that really don't have nothing to lose, I think they play the hardest. So like Detroit should have been got a win. Detroit should have been got at least 2 wins right now. You know what I'm saying?
Now they about to get one next week against Cleveland.
They might, because Cleveland been playing down. Cleveland is getting smacked right now. I don't know what is going on with them, but they're getting smacked by anybody that comes around the block. And yeah, you know, hey, Britt ain't here to talk her shit, but
no,
yeah, Cleveland ain't looking so good. And Chubbs is on that COVID. Still, he's on my fantasy, so I get penalized every time his ass don't play. I get penalized, so it's gonna be a close week. It's gonna be a close week in fantasy. I'm on a 6-game win streak. Been smacking these dudes every week. Cooper Kupp still put in numbers. Even though the Rams got smacked.
You got Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, I got Cooper Kupp. He's the number 1 wide receiver in the league. Yeah, he put up 23 points. He put up 20. This was auto draft, by the way. My team was auto draft. So I'm the number 1 guy in the league on a 6-game. All I did was make a couple trades, movement, but I kept all the core pieces. I didn't move all the cores out.
So,
but yeah, great coach over here.
I saw a funny story on Cooper Kupp. Speaking to him, they said his dad's in like a fantasy football league or whatever, right? So I guess his dad was trying to use the whole excuse. Well, that's my son. So when they did the draft, he made them let him draft his son. So anyways, I guess after the season, Cooper Kupp's having his friends told him like, hey, next year it's fair game. You might have to just draft your son. Like he's eligible for anybody's team. This ain't just because that's
they shouldn't have let his motherfucking ass draft him in the first place.
I don't care.
You don't give a fuck. This
and you don't own him. That's just
right. This is football. He got drafted. You don't own him. The NFL does.
Hey, let me pick my son. Nobody can draft my son. What the hell?
Well, but it looks like what's his name? He got him drafted. So
I got look. Now I'm gonna draft him on purpose. Oh, you said what?
I was about to say Goodell. What the fuck is his name?
Who?
Dude, the NFL.
Who?
Which one? Rich Eisen?
Is that? Goodell's the commissioner of the NBA, isn't he?
No, Goodell's the commissioner.
No, that's the football. That's your boy Stern.
Oh,
NBA
right. I'm backwards. Okay.
David Stern. David Stern is the NBA commissioner.
I thought David Stern. Anyway, that's a different story. But anyways, yeah.
It's something Stern though. All I know that I don't know his first name. But if it's David Stern, I just happen to be right. But I know Roger Goodell is definitely the football commissioner for sure.
So what's going on with the NFC? What's going on with the NFC North? I mean AFC North, Les. So what's that looking like? Y'all all over the place. Everybody.
So the AFC North it goes like this. The Ravens are at the top. The Steelers with that tie pushes them only a half game back. And then you got Cincinnati right there on the cusp. And then you have like Cleveland at the bottom now. So the way it's going to play out is the way these divisionals, like, because Baltimore only played one divisional so far. So we got to play a lot of divisionals in the next like couple weeks, we got to play the Browns twice. So I'm looking at the Browns as 2 easy wins, to be real. Looking at the Browns, we definitely gonna have some beef with them Steelers. Next was it December something, and then we got Cincy again. Cincy's gonna be tough, but we'll make it do what it do. But as long as we beat the Steelers once, and we beat the Browns twice, we'll be in position to win our division now. So I'm not too pressed. We got beat all the nonchalant motherfuckers. We got to beat the randoms that.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
I was just saying the question is, do you feel you beat the Browns back to back though?
Right.
Because y'all playing back to back.
Yeah, we're playing. No, it's 1 week off.
Oh,
so we play 1 week, and then we come back to another opponent, and then we come back to them.
Okay.
I think it's Cleveland, Cincy, Cleveland.
You might yeah, I think you are right. I don't know why I thought it was a back-to-back Cleveland game.
Nah, they would never do that. That would be a setup because one team would get dominated. Remember when that happened with the Steelers in Cleveland last year? Steelers got beat 2 times in a row. They got beat for the wild card, and they got beat for the last week of the season. That was terrible.
Man. Cliff, yeah. I got a 2-part question for you whenever you're ready.
No, you can throw it out there. I just don't know if y'all are going to be in position to be at the top of y'all's conference.
Division?
Yeah. Division, not conference.
AFC.
Yeah, we're not going to be at the top
of the conference.
Nah. There's some teams that have some heart. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, AFC North is up there for grabs. Since he could take it. Cleveland's definitely not taking it. And the Steelers, they have a chance. So, I mean, I give it's a puncher's chance. Just like they say in boxing, it's a puncher's chance.
That's a good
analogy. You know what I'm saying? You hit dude one good time, anybody can slip and fall.
Yeah,
so
out of them, yeah, you're right.
6-3, 5-4, 5-3-1, 5-4. All the divisions, everybody can make the play. Well, I don't want everybody, but 3 out of the 4 can make the playoffs if other divisions slip. So, you know, we could take over. But yeah, no, I think Cleveland's gonna fall out. I think Cincy will make it barely. I'm looking forward to New England making it. That's gonna be a good little run for them. Yeah, I'm liking it. The playoffs is looking amazing right now. Once everybody come back from COVID, man, more people. Your boy Minka Fitzpatrick just tested this week for COVID. On the Steelers, the safety, he'll be out. Ben may not be playing, so they Steelers might take another loss. That Los Angeles, they might lose to the Chargers this week. So that helps us in the division. You know, so we doing our thing. But what's up with them Raiders, man?
Yeah,
and what the fuck happened?
So
what the fuck happened?
First of all, what's your 2-parter?
So here's my first part is, how do you feel about the Raiders' latest performance and their current situation? The other part that I had a question on, I just seen this update from NFL.com. You know how they'll say, like, if the season ended right now, this is how the playoffs would look and things like that, right? The Raiders are currently not even in the hunt if the season were to end today to be in the playoffs.
What computer that came out of?
NFL.com, and then be having them, you know, now on Instagram too, on NFL.com, they be having them analysis. Like if the season were to end today.
Nah, like I said before, I think that we'll make it and we'll lose first round. First game of the playoffs, I think we're out of there. I think Cards a bust. I think
you've been saying that forever.
I don't think they'll ever hit the playoffs.
Cards been a bust since 2018. Cards been a bust for a long time.
Listen.
Oh man.
I don't know, Cliff, because y'all are technically y'all are tied for second, but they have y'all listed as third place in the AFC West.
Yeah, the tiebreaker.
You and the Chargers and the Broncos are neck to neck, and the Ravens are only a game ahead. I mean, you know,
you mean the Chiefs? You talk about the NFC West?
AFC West.
Oh, the Chiefs, yeah. Yeah, that's the Chiefs.
Now everybody can get a ticket to the dance, Cliff. I mean, what y'all going to do?
3 out of 4 can, though, for sure.
From the same division on a wild card.
It's possible. It's possible if enough teams plummet. They'll do the tiebreaker. They'll take the top 4 out of the division, minus the number one seed, and then you could get the 2 more, the wild card teams, the 6 and 7, could be out of the same division. That's what I'm saying. The AFC North, the way in the AFC set up, you got Buffalo, you'll have the Ravens, you'll have New England, right? And then who has the AFC South is? So the AFC South will be shit between Indianapolis, what is it? Houston, Jacksonville, and yeah, that's the AFC South. Those are the AFC South.
Cliff.
That's the division leaders. Like who would they like? Whoever out of AFC South, AFC North,
Indianapolis
AFC East,
in the AFC South.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
They're not in the East and they're not in the North and they're not in the West. They're in the South.
Cliff,
they're with Jacksonville, Indianapolis. What is it? Tennessee, and the Texans.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a crazy little mix.
Yeah,
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Cliff.
Yeah.
But I looked up the Raiders' schedule just now. And out of the next 8 games y'all have remaining, I see y'all only winning potentially 2
games
out of those 8 games remaining.
Damn, 2 out of 10?
No, 8. 2 out of 8. Well, yeah, 10. Right,
2 out of 8.
Right. No, yeah, 2 out of 8. Because there's 8 games left, and I see them only
25% win percentage.
Y'all got. That's less than that. Let me just remind you.
No, it's 25. 2 out of 8.
2 out of 8. No, yeah, I said I'm thinking 2 out of 10.
That's 1/4. Yeah, that's 25%.
Damn.
So let me break it down to you. Could just take you down memory lane. Y'all got the Bengals next.
Beat.
Then the Cowgirls. I hope y'all beat them. Actually,
you're not beating the Cowgirls. Stop it.
I don't really see us winning.
I don't see the Cowgirls.
Washington.
You might beat them.
Case Young's out. We'll talk about that.
You'll win.
Chiefs,
you'll win.
Again.
Lose.
Browns.
Beat.
You'll beat those for sure.
Beat.
I don't know. The Broncos might upset.
Colts have been playing good ball. I ain't gonna lie. Carson Wentz been playing good ball in Indianapolis. I ain't gonna lie. He sucked in Philly.
The fact that he said beat out of like 6 out of the 8.
Didn't he? He lying.
So I think it's opposite. It's opposite of what this nigga is saying.
And then last game is Chargers.
Beat.
It depends. Hold on. It depends if the Chargers show up to play or not. It depends. Because the Chargers got smacked by the Ravens and I did not project that. So what I'm saying
get back for the Chargers.
Bro, y'all gonna need it.
Y'all don't got get back for Jamar Chase coming up. I know that much.
We got get back for the Chiefs.
Cincy is a problem, but they have weapons everywhere.
No Burrow, them about to tear you.
Cincy is a problem, bro. And the crazy thing is, I'm gonna say something about
the word of the day.
All right, let's go ahead.
The crazy thing is, the crazy thing is, I called this at the beginning of the season. I said Cincy was gonna win 6 games. I called it. I was like, yo, they're gonna win 6. I was talking to my homies. They're gonna win 6 games. How many games they at right now? What they like 5?
Let me see.
They're around there. They around 6.
I think they are 5 and 4. Or have they had a bye? How are they 5 and?
They're on a bye right now.
The Bengals are 5 and 4 for third place.
1 game away, and they got 7, 8 games left.
They're not on a bye. They play us next, so we're both coming in at 5 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that means something to prove.
Now let's hit the showers before you go.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I hit the showers, man. Look. It's been a tough week in football, you know.
It has been a tough 2 weeks.
It's been tough, man.
Hey, Les, real quick. Me, you, and Cliff tied first place last week for the pick.
Oh, for real? Hey, I called a lot of them games. I knew I was right.
It was 4-8. We was all 4-8.
Hey, 50% is better than no percent.
You right.
But yeah, who's hit the showers?
Oh, but hit the showers, man. I'm gonna have to go ahead and chalk it up to my organization. Ravens, man. I ride with you, I die with you, bad boys for life. But your ass, your ass is. You folded on a brother, man. You can't be playing close games with everybody, man. You got to wrap it up. When you step your head on the Chargers and you barely beat the Brownie, or not the Brownies, but the Vikings. The last few weeks, if you follow the trend, bro, we've been winning by field goal. It ain't really been a touchdown no more. It's been field goal. We're going to overtime. Justin Tuck is getting forced to kick massive field goals. Like, bro, he's a special kicker. He's not meant to come in all the time. Like, I feel like Lamar needs to, they got to get together with that coordinator, man, your boy Roman, and let's make it happen. But yeah, man, hit the showers is the Ravens organization, man. Yeah, these close games is not going to get y'all to the promised land. I have the Ravens trying to get to the Super Bowl this year and the next few years. So, this is not showing it that, man. And catch the fucking ball, Hollywood Brown. Like, please, catch the fucking ball. Catch the fuck. I see too many drops out of your ass last week. catch the fucking ball,
Yeah,
man.
I think that's his name.
Yeah.
If you drop the ball next
nigga.
week, you hit the
That's
shower.
AB's
You hit the
cousin.
showers.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do. That's my
Little
nigga.
AB.
I fucks with him.
Yeah.
Little AB that don't got the hands.
But you know what? The Malcolm's version, Quez Watkins, who also dropped the ball last week.
Yeah, so now I want to pop in. We got a little break. I'm training with one of my coworkers and shit. So I was like, oh, he's taking the break. I'm like, bet I could probably pop in real quick.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Handle your business, get that shmoney.
Right.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I only got
cuz.
like an hour left and I'm out of here.
All right, cuz. Shit. Get
All right, I'll get at y'all.
Yeah.
All right, peace, fam.
All right.
Yeah. Man. But
what was we talking about?
I don't remember. We was it was there and then I lost it. I know we talked about Baker, we talked about the Lions, we talked about now I don't remember. I don't remember where we had left off at.
Shit, we didn't really talk about the Eagles.
You want to talk about my Eagles? I mean, I wasn't gonna make you, or make you feel like you had to. I should say.
Shut the fuck up. We ain't talking about them.
We can talk about them. So 30-13, Cliff against the Broncos in Denver. I mean, what do you think, Cliff? I mean, what are your thoughts, sir?
I said it. I mean, I think I said the wrong name last week though. Unless I'm confused about if I was talking about the Miami game. But I think I said, depending on which Jacoby Brissett shows up. But I meant Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know why I always get them confused.
He played a pretty decent game. I mean, no touchdowns. 22 for 36, 226, 0 TD, 0 interceptions. Just didn't put up no points.
I mean, that's the problem. That's empty stats. That's like, I'm not going to say what it's like. But what I will say is your Eagles were having a whole lot of trouble with the Broncos run game.
Let me verify.
Yeah.
Broncos. Hold on. The Broncos rushed for 96 yards total. We rushed for 214 yards total. So who was having trouble with the run game?
Now listen.
Who was having trouble with the running game?
Listen, from what I seen, it was but y'all remind me of us.
No, don't ever. Lord have mercy. Ooh, don't ever, Cliff. Don't
y'all remind me of us. When I say your defense is
our defense sucks, but
awful. Your defense is awful over the middle and up the middle.
But they played a pretty good defensive game. I remember the commentators kept raving about that last game against the Broncos. They said the Eagles, Darius Slay had a fumble recovery.
Well, of course they had to. How do you think you came up with 30 and they only had 13?
Right.
But listen, from the plays that I saw, them motherfuckers. Now, once again, I would be lying if I said I watched the entire game.
I know.
But from the plays I saw, I was like, y'all can't stop shit up the middle or across the middle.
We got injuries. We're suffering a lot of injuries. I'm just proud of what we can do at this point.
Y'all got injuries?
We got hella injuries. We always do. We're always injury plagued. We've been injury plagued, man. We stay hurt. Our running back, Miles Sanders, he's been out. We don't even have our starting running back.
I know of that.
I don't know whatever happened to Alshon.
But y'all ran for what? 200? What'd you say? 13?
214.
14.
Don't skip a yard. 14.
Y'all rushed for 213, and the ref gave y'all that last one.
Man, hell no. But the defense has always needed help. I mean, it really has never been a steady defense. I mean, even back when Brian Dawkins was back there back in the day, the X Factor, it was him, but it was, defense was always trash. You know what I mean? D-line. Now I will say, Cliff, with the Eagles, their D-line's always usually been decent. They've been known for their D-line.
They were getting back there.
Yeah, but
They were getting back there.
It was a good win. I mean, I don't really hold too much to it. I mean, I'm not saying the Broncos are a terrible team, but they're not the best team either. So neither are we. So I guess I'll take the win.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's a win.
Right. We're second in the NFC East now.
The NFC what?
Don't hate, appreciate.
Man,
Don't hate, appreciate.
Y'all might have the weakest.
Place.
Y'all might have the weakest.
We do. I will agree. We do. We have the weakest division in the whole. Which I can tell we talked about before. It's crazy. At one point in time, it was one of the best divisions back in the McNabb days. A couple other them guys. Shit. It was a tough division, and now it's suspect. I mean, the Cowboys, man. I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about the Cowboys, man? Are you buying into the hype, or are you just like the Browns?
You ask me that every week,
or just like the Browns? Because man, I want to see if opinions and answers change, man. I don't buy into the hype, man. I don't see what everybody else sees. I don't. They're not who we think they are. I put them in the same conversation as Baker Mayfield and the Browns. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I do see them beating us. I do definitely see them beating us. Just because, like I said before, we can't stop the run up the middle, and we can't stop passes across the middle. We don't have any standout linebackers to disrupt any of that, or to make quarterbacks question that throw. So they exploit it, and they exploit it every game. And I feel like your Eagles are similar. Max Crosby is a defensive end.
Right. I mean, he can get after the quarterback, that's what I'm saying. Get after the run.
Right, but last week they didn't get to him at all, really. And they were bringing Ngakoue, Crosby, and Cleveland Farrell at him. And I'm not a fan on Cleveland, but you can't really get much for him. So it's like,
deal what you got.
Right. But if y'all don't get to, if the Raiders don't get to the quarterback, it's a long game for us, because most of our DB core is young players, either rookies or sophomores, shit like that, because of injuries on our end.
I mean,
so that I feel like that's a large portion of why we lost last week, is because our ends weren't rushing the quarterback as much as we needed them to, and you were relying on those young DBs to make the plays, and they're not always going to do so. And
they also played the Chiefs.
And then as far as our offense goes, as you know, we lost Ruggs. We're still trying to figure out who's going to take the position.
Was Ruggs a big loss? Really?
I think so.
Because when we talked offline, you had mentioned to me that you thought,
Yeah, I said I didn't think it would be too much of a...
And Renfro.
Right. I said I figured, Brian Edwards would fall into that number one receiver option.
Right.
Which hasn't worked so far. For some reason, Carr can't get it to him. I don't know why that is. He's a bigger target than Ruggs ever was. Why can't you get the fucking ball to him? Wild to me. And then they're using Zay Jones as our deep threat now. But it doesn't seem like you use him enough anywhere else. So that means whenever he lines up out there, you know what he's doing, which makes it easier to guard.
Do you know who's playing the interim coach right now for the Raiders? Because I don't know.
I know his face. I don't know his name. Fuck.
Let me see. Because I just wonder if you think it's also, the play calling,
I mean,
Direction.
I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me to lying. But what I was gonna say is the Raiders have been through enough that I feel like you would kind of give open reign to Carr.
Rich Biashia. Special. Wow, y'all are trash. It's your interim coach right now is your special teams coordinator, Rich Biasia.
I'm glad you said the name. Never mind. Yeah, oh well, what can we do? That's one of the more reasons why I said why I feel like there's legitimacy to what I said. That I feel like in those situations, the fact that the Raiders have been through so much, you kind of give Carr open reign in a situation like that.
Right.
Tell me what you see. Like, of course, our coordinators are still there, but you see the position we're in, you got to lead. And he's not the guy that's going to do that. Now, you got Aaron Rodgers in that same situation.
Mm-hmm.
You think he gives a fuck?
Mm-mm.
I don't give a fuck who our quarterback, who our coach is. Watch what I do. I got it. I'll call it from here on.
That's what he was trying to do with Matt LaFleur. Wasn't that what was going on, Cliff? Was it last season or the season before? Remember there was a word that there was hidden beef between LaFleur and Rodgers was trying to call his own plays. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
that
I
was
do.
The topic. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's an attitude and a kind of mindset somebody like a Rodgers would have.
Yeah, man, and Carr just does not have that. He's never shown. No, he just doesn't have that. I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that he just doesn't have it.
He don't, and you know
I don't
what,
even think that's hating.
I realize that not all great players are leaders. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're like perfect example. Not to get into basketball, but just to give a reference, like a Kawhi Leonard, you might be a great player, but bro, you're not a leader. You just don't have it. Now, do you think, Cliff, that these guys, not only just some of them not having it, do you think that they're just not capable of achieving that or having it, or is it basically skill or will? Like they just don't have it as skill.
I don't think it's either. I think I think that's a personality trait. I think that's what that is. I think that's a personality trait. I think that's a gene. I don't think that's as much as just I think that you can have somebody that can learn the behavior, but that's all it comes across as is behavior.
Right. You either got it or you don't.
Right, but a leader makes you feel it.
Right.
You feel it with them.
Right.
It's not a behavior. It's a feeling that they give you with them. And if they're doing what they're supposed to do, of course, it's behavior with leading by example. But for the most part, to rile your team up, that takes more than something that can be taught.
Right. I agree.
Same with the coach.
Right. Right. Yes.
And I think Kawhi Leonard was the perfect person to throw out there because he is one of the greatest to ever do it. But it's like, would I ever trust him to lead my team? Fuck no.
Right. Like if he got an interim coach.
Fuck no.
Well, he did okay with like I said, not to get into. I mean, in his case, obviously, what's your boy stepped up? Ty Lue ended up becoming. He was the interim coach and then ended up becoming the coach.
That's in Toronto.
No, they're in Los Angeles on the Clippers. Remember, Doc was the coach. They fired Doc, and then Lou was the assistant coach. And they just made him the interim, and then ended up making him the head coach. I don't know
why I was thinking.
I was just saying the point I was making though was just in his case he already had a next man up kind of coach already. But traditionally, if you just have somebody that's just like you said, a coordinator, or assistant, I mean,
that's different though. Like I don't think you could I don't think you could put LA in that bucket.
As far as what?
Like just a step up coach. Like because all of their, I know we're talking about football, But to keep the analogy on par, all of those replacements still had experience in that position.
They were number ones. They had multiple. That's what I was saying. That's what I was agreeing with. They like basically they had two number ones.
Right. Essentially.
Yeah, two number ones.
Then when you think about a football standpoint, the 1 and the 2 in a lot of cases are so far apart. It's not always a New England situation where your assistant coach can step in to, the skill level is so, the knowledge level is so far apart from that head coach to that next man up that sometimes you got to put the special teams guy in there. It's Vegas, baby.
Woo! What Shazzel saying? Just win, baby, just win. Lord, I guess that's right.
Yeah, I don't know, and that's awful. That's awful to hear. I didn't even know that news, right? And that's awful. That's awful to hear, knowing that Carr is the leader of that offense.
Disheartening.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to write a letter or something on the low.
Man, I ain't writing shit.
Or a little paragraph.
I ain't writing shit, but I know if they don't get rid of Carr, I'ma know something. That's what I do know.
Hey, I'm with you on that right now.
Damn. I would say we could talk about the Bills Jets, but
I know it's an 8:49.
Huh?
I know.
It ain't really
time. Okay, I
no. That
I'm looking at them now. So you got Saints and Titans, 2-point game. Leicester kind of went to the Lions and Steelers tie game. I mean, that's just awful.
Especially if tie with the, how do you think that made Detroit feel?
Right, like, you know what?
Like we still can't get the win. We still can't get the win.
It's just as bad as losing. A tie to me is just as bad as losing. Like if I ever tied in anything, I felt that was, like I said, just as bad as losing. You didn't win because you didn't win. At the end of the day, can you say you won? No. Neither can they. No, but
I agree.
Yeah. So now people can say
second place is first loser.
Right now, they can say, Steeler Nation. Ben Roethlisberger was out, yada yada yada. Juju, I think Juju is out for the whole season. He's been out for the whole season. They said, I don't care. Y'all played the worst team.
Right, it's still Detroit.
It's still Detroit, and you had Mason Rudolph. You could have put in Dwayne Haskins, I suppose, if you felt like it. Y'all lost. I mean, y'all tied. Unacceptable. So, yeah, that was bad. I mean, and then what else? Let me see. My shit locked up on me. Okay, then you got what? Jaguars, Colts. You know what? Shout out to the Jags. They hung in there. They only lost by 6. I think they actually had that game. I think I seen a little bit of that game for a minute, but I knew Colts would take it.
Nah, I think that was all highlights I saw in that.
Yeah, they was hanging in there. They was hanging in there for a while, but Colts ended up taking that win away from them. Then, man, how about that Buccaneers Washington game? I didn't see the game or any highlights.
I saw it.
What'd you think? 29-19 Washington. And Chase Young tore his ACL all in the same game.
Yeah, it's tough. That's
crazy.
Tough.
Crazy, right? Bittersweet, huh? Yeah, we got the win on a great team, but we just lost our best defensive player.
And it didn't even count.
Right. It wasn't even in no playoffs or nothing. No.
Right.
Championship.
I don't mean it didn't count, but you know what I'm saying.
Right. It wasn't it was just practice type shit, as AI would say in the end.
Damn, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. So
I know my stepdad is upset right now.
He's a Buccaneers fan? Chase Young fan? Just Chase Young fan?
A Washington fan.
You said he's that's right. Duh, my bad. Because they won, but he's upset. Okay, it's that there's a well, I'm sorry that he's a Washington fan more than I'm sorry that Chase Young got hurt, first and foremost. But Yeah, I mean that's a tough blow for Washington.
Yeah, it is.
Then we kind of touched on it, but that Patriots Browns game, I mean 45-7. I did not see them winning by that much. I knew they was gonna win, but woo. Mac had a good game.
Yeah, Mac. What did he throw?
3 TDs, right?
Mac threw for. Yeah, no, he only threw for one touchdown. 281 yards, 74.4.
So who did it? The defense then? Like who got some points? The defense get some points or something too? Because man, 45-7 couldn't have been the run game. They get some turnovers. Probably have some turnovers.
That's a good fucking question. And now that I'm drawing a fucking blank.
Hey, Cuddy, it said Mac Jones was 19 for 23, 198 yards throwing, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Brian Hoyer was 3 for 3, 85 yards. He threw for 1 touchdown. So there was 4 passing touchdowns on the Patriots alone. So
the Patriots Browns.
Right. They threw for 4 out of that. They threw for 48. Let me
see. I might have wrote the wrong stats down.
Oh, you get it. But they threw for 28 out of the 45 points was throwing for the Patriots. Okay, and then their running back rushed for 2 touchdowns, which is 14. And then 2 wide receivers had touchdowns.
Hell yeah.
That's still part of the stat for Mac Jones.
Hell yeah, I wrote the wrong stats down.
Oh shit.
This motherfucking the Google stats don't have it in order. I wrote the stats down for the Miami September 12th Miami game. 281 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 102.6. That's what I wrote down. Damn, G.
Hey.
I know I looked up everybody else's and I noticed that it was on a different line. It wasn't on the top line. But his, I must have wrote, listen, rushing through shit.
Hey, it happens. But then we got what? Cowboys, Falcons, 43-3, 40-point lead. Falcons, I mean, you kind of expect that though, right?
Yeah,
Falcons.
The Falcons been shit.
They've been shit, you know. I mean, nice margin. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But, I mean, hey, you did what you were supposed to do, right?
That's they been shit. Ain't nobody pressed on the motherfucking Falcons.
How'd you feel about the upset? Panthers 34, Cardinals 10. What are your thoughts? Any thoughts on that game?
Cam Newton back. That's what he said. I'm back. He's back. Listen.
He's back.
They talking about Panthers talking about they considering starting him next week. Why are you considering?
Right. That should be your guy. What do you mean?
I don't get it.
That's your guy. That. He's back home. He got his swagger back with them.
Listen.
You know? But yeah, that was I'm trying to look at the stats for the Cardinals. So okay, so I didn't even know that Kyler Murray, I knew he was injured, but I didn't know he was out. So yeah, Kyler Murray was out. He didn't play. And Colt McCoy played and somebody else named C. Strevler.
We talked about that last week where he said he planned on playing and I said it don't make sense for him to play with that ankle.
Right, I agree. So I mean, I'm not gonna hold that to too much. Although, I mean, you still got, to be honest, Zach Ertz, Connor running back, AJ Green at wide receiver.
He's still planning it. He said he planning on he's looking good to come back for the Seahawks this week, but
Hopkins must be hurt though too, because I don't see that he has.
Yeah, I believe he is.
Okay, so I'm not gonna, you know what, change of thought. I mean, not to make any excuse, but you don't have Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. That's a different game.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a different game for sure.
You shouldn't lose by that much, though. I still think you shouldn't lose by that much, regardless.
I mean, like we said last week, even if they lose the next three, they're still in a good position. If that means having 100% Kyler, so
Right,
it's not a
right.
big deal. I don't want to say I predicted it because we didn't give any stats or point predictions on that game, but that's something that I figured would happen if he didn't play. Just as you said, I just didn't expect that big of a
Much
margin.
from them. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I think they'll bounce back in the long run as long as they can stay
For
healthy. Because
sure.
that's definitely a good team, and
For
I'd like to
sure.
see them do something.
And
And
like
then you got what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, and like you said, when it comes to natural talent, I think Kyler Murray has a lot of that. I don't think he's the kind of player that would be cold for too many games if he missed a couple.
I agree. You
If
can't
you
hold him
sat
down
him out
long.
for 2-3 games, I don't think he would have. I don't think it would take him an additional 3 to get back into his rhythm.
Yeah, not like a Russ. I mean, I know we'll get to that too, but yeah, I think Kyler would snap back faster than Russ did this past week. But you got what Vikings and looking here in Chargers. That was a close game, 27-20. Vikings got the win. I think you picked the Vikings to win that game, right?
I
I
don't know.
believe you
Did we
did.
pick that game?
Yeah, I believe I want to say we did. I want to say we did, and I want to say you picked the
Let me
Vikings.
see.
I believe I could be wrong.
Yep. Yep. You are absolutely correct. I
Yeah.
picked
So
Vikings
you.
by 6. Mike Brown picked Vikings by 7. He got it right on the money.
Okay, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game. And then yeah, let's get to it. So what'd you think, man? Packers 17, Seahawks zip in the first game back for Russell Wilson from his hand injury. And I'll
That's
pull up the
tough.
stats. I'll pull up the stats. So Russell, keep in mind, Russell Wilson was 20 for 40, so 50% obviously. 161 yards passing, 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns.
I mean, I honestly feel like at this point they're expecting too much of him. And I mean, I've been said that they're expecting too much of him and they're not doing enough to protect him.
I agree.
But for some reason, he chose to go back there instead of pursue going to another team. So for that, I feel like you deserve it. I don't know how I feel about it. I think some of that comes down to him losing confidence. I feel like this season is just another reassurance that nobody's going to take care of him like him, and you can't keep expecting a team to do so.
Right.
It might be time to get up out of there.
Yeah, I agree. Russ, you're more than welcome. I love you, Jalen Hurts, but if Jalen Hurts,
that would be a
guy,
good quarterback to study under.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'd love to see it. But yeah, also looking here, Cliff, I noticed that Aaron Rodgers in that game with that win was 23 for 37, 292 yards passing, 0 touchdowns himself, 1 interception.
Sound like Derek Carr stats.
I mean, you think that was just a off game kind of for Rodgers too? Do you think you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, that was Rodgers' first game back after a week. He's an older, dude. You know, like you can't like when I say that about Kyler Murray. When I say natural talent, I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the same, not the same, but doesn't have similar natural talent. But he's also an older guy as well, right? So you can't expect him to stay on that cycle like a Kyler. It's almost like a double dutch. You ever seen females double dutch in your neighborhood and the rope is swinging and they just jump in smooth? But then when you see an older lady that I'd say she still got it, she always seemed to catch an ankle or so. You gotta warm up before you jump into that rotation Not saying you can't do it, older lady. Just saying you can't jump in like these young girls do.
It
Make
requires a
sure
little
you're
more.
ready before you hop back into that,
You gotta
or
get
you're
a
gonna get
tune-up.
clipped every time.
Gotta get a tune-up.
Listen, that's all
That
I'm saying. And
yeah.
Russ may fall into that category as well. And it's not necessarily age like it would be with Aaron Rodgers, but damage taken.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, that'll be an interesting situation going forward with the Packers and Seahawks, teams like those. But I seen that man, we didn't even get into it yet, really. But yeah, that 49ers Rams game, 31-10. We touched on it briefly, but yeah, I mean, the Rams, I mean, was it more of that you feel like the 49ers just stepped up and did their thing, or that the Rams just had an off game? Do we give the 49ers
Wait. What was your question?
Basically, do we give the 49ers credit for their 31-10 win against the Rams on Monday night? Or do we say the Rams just had an off game? Relax.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even I didn't even hear that. I got a headache real quick from that light. I had to turn that light off.
Snap.
But what were you saying again?
I was just saying with that Monday night win, do we give the 49ers credit for the 31-10 win against the Rams?
Okay.
Or do we just say, man, it was an off game by the Rams? Fluke. Basically.
I mean, I already said that. I already said it's an off game by the Rams. It wouldn't have mattered with or without Odell.
Right.
That was just an off game, and I feel like with or without Odell, they can have a great game as well.
Right.
So I'm not gonna act for 1 minute like adding Odell isn't a good piece to pick up.
Right.
Now, I don't know my nigga's contract by no means, but if Odell is open and you're a team that has an available roster spot at the wide receiver, it makes no sense not to get Odell.
Right. I agree.
And like we said, it hasn't even been a week. He hasn't even been there for a week. He might have been there for a week now at the point of this podcast coming out, but like give him some time.
Odell will be all right. Yeah, I think he'll be all right. I just hope that he can make the best out of what he gets, whatever role he plays,
I'm calling it right now. What you're gonna see is Odell make some spectacular catches coming up in recent, Rams games. You're gonna see Stafford start targeting him more and start targeting Cooper Kupp less. And you're gonna see an issue. Not with I don't think with players. I think it's gonna be with management. Because Cooper Kupp is a stand-up dude. Like I've seen him get tackled on the sideline and a player be grabbing his ankle and him help him up like get up, gonna be good.
He's a class athlete.
Right. So I don't see him getting upset at the fact that Stafford is targeting Odell. I see it being a similar situation to how it was in Cleveland. I think the reason Baker stopped throwing to him was at the request of the coaches, and it ended up being a bigger thing than what it should have been.
Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't right. I just felt like we went to Cleveland. It just wasn't right from the start. I just felt like it wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work. Not there in Cleveland. I just feel like
it's a better spot for him for sure.
Yeah, LA, bright lights. He's into that anyways. Bright lights, famous, people that he knows and sure hangs out with. So I think he's gonna feel the pressure for that reason too. Playing under those bright lights, and a lot of his friends and other celebrities will probably come to the Rams games more. You know what I mean? Now that he's there too, so he's gonna have to shine, bro. You gonna have to shine.
I'll tell you what.
Last chance.
You are right. This is his last chance, as a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rams only got you for 1 year, so you better show the fuck out.
Hell yeah.
But let's get into these picks, and then we'll go into our hit the showers.
Okay.
Then we'll wrap it up because the
now you got a headache anyways.
Stopped. Yeah.
Well, shit, we could just run.
Get a headache from
that's what I'm saying. We could run through Cuddy. Yeah, let's go ahead. You just want to
It's just me and you anyway, so it ain't.
Right. You said it stopped recording?
Yeah, it stopped recording on my end because I think my memory's full, but I got something. It should be handled, but we'll just use the YouTube for the audio.
Okay.
What was I about to say? I can't remember what I was about to say, so let's get into the picks. First one is, I think it's a little tougher than people consider. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Callie, Britt, and fuck it, Les too. Y'all hit the showers. Ain't no picks from y'all, so y'all hit the showers.
Right.
First one, Browns, Lions.
Oh, Browns. I'm gonna take them by 13. Take them by 13. Probably be more. Probably be more knowing how it's been looking lately with some of these scores, but I'll just say 13. I'm gonna say that.
Since Golf gonna be out, I think we might have a Mike White situation with Tim Boyle.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Browns 3.
Wow. Okay.
All right, next game we got Ravens Bears.
You got Justin Field versus Lamar Jackson in Chicago. I'm taking Lamar Jackson in the comeback win, bounce back this week. I'm gonna say Ravens win by I'm gonna give him 10. Ravens win by 10. I think Bears put up a little bit of a fight, but I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson and get it by 10.
I'm gonna say Bears 6.
Okay. Oh, you going with the upset? So you riding with your boy Fields?
Yeah, I'm going Bears 6. All right, we got them Billies and them Colts.
I'm going with it's in Buffalo. Colts are 5-5. Bills are 6-3. I'm gonna go with the Bills at home. I think it'll be a close game though. I'm gonna go with Bills by a touchdown, by 7. Bills by 7.
I'm going Bills 14.
Really? Okay. No faith in your boy Carson Wentz, I see.
None.
Okay.
Jets, Dolphins. Dolphins.
Mike White, Jacoby Brissett. It's in New York.
Ooh, I heard Joe Flacco's going to be starting this week.
I'm going to have to go with Dolphins. Sorry, Callie. And I'm going to say Dolphins only win by 3. I'm going to say Dolphins win by 3 because both these teams are no good. Dolphins win by 3.
Rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Rest in peace, Young Dolph.
I'm wondering about this one. I'm going to be honest. I'm wondering about this one just because with Flacco there, I wonder if they use Elijah Moore the way he's there to be used.
Dolphins defense coming off a big win of the season against the Ravens.
They got Xavier Howard. He had 2.
Momentum.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Riding high. Big win off the Ravens. Tough defense. Playing the Jets now.
I think I might agree with you there. I don't like to.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna go tie. No, I'm just
Okay.
playing. I'm just playing.
Hey, but you know what? Watch that. Watch. This is the game. Out of all
Nah,
these
I
games,
think it's gonna
it should
be
one.
Dolphins 6.
Dolphins 6 on
Yeah.
them. Okay.
Eagles Saints.
Ooh,
This
they
is
got
an interesting one.
I'm going with my Eagles, man, and I'll tell you why. We're playing in Philly. They're 5-4. We're 4-6. I believe they're going to start Trevor Siemian still instead of Taysom Hill since Jameis Winston's out.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Right. So, and Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith and them's looking good, man. We riding the wave right now. I say Philly goes ahead and gets it done by 10. Philly by 10.
I put Eagles 13.
I was going to say that second.
Another interesting one. Raiders Bengals.
So, looking at that game earlier, I noticed that the game is in Las Vegas. Although now that I know, Cliff, again, not to bring it up, I'm sorry to say this. Now that I know your interim head coach is your special teams coordinator, I'm gonna say that the 5-4 Bengals against
Raiders
the 5-4
6.
Bengals win this game, Cliff, and I'm gonna say that they do it.
Raiders 6.
I'm gonna say they do it by 10.
Beat. That's the word of the episode.
Nope. Bengals by 10.
Okay.
Lamar Chase and Joe Burrow, y'all don't have an answer for them, and you know it.
Beat.
See, watch.
All right, we got tomorrow's game, the Thursday night, Patriots-Falcons.
Okay, definitely Patriots. And at this point, bruh, I'm going to say Patriots by 40. You feel me? Because they just, the way they did the Browns, and now they're playing the Falcons.
Pats by a 40 piece. I'm say 21.
That was also going to be my second choice if I had to go with it. 21 definitely.
Pats 21. Panthers, Washington.
Now that we know Chase Young is out, Sam Darnold I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Cam Newton, and I'm gonna say the Panthers. I'm gonna say they won by a touchdown by 7.
I'm going Panthers 13. Last one, Cowboys, Chiefs.
Cowgirls, I'm rooting against you almost every time, as much as I can. I want the Chiefs to win. I need the Chiefs to win. I hope the Chiefs win. I'm gonna say Chiefs win at home against the Cowgirls. We'll say by 13. I'm saying 13. Chiefs by 13.
I'm going Cowboys 7.
Cowboys
7.
Okay.
Now the question is, who's hitting the showers?
Man. Who's hitting the showers? As I'm scrolling through my list, I'm just going to have to go ahead and say at this point, the Lions and the Steelers have to hit the showers because Lions, you couldn't get your first win of the season, couldn't get over the hump. And the Steelers, you should have whooped their ass and you ended up tying, which is damn near losing. So for that, even with a backup quarterback, Pittsburgh, y'all in Detroit hit the showers for that tie performance.
Okay, I get that. I'm going to have to say, you included, my hit the showers are going to all the Odell Beckham Jr. haters out there.
Hey, I ain't a hater. I call it how I see it.
Odell Hop off Beckham, my motherfucking shit, nigga.
Russell Westbrook, it's all the same.
Let my nigga cook, is all I'm saying.
Hey, ain't no meals to be made.
But we'll be back
Saturday
in this bitch.
Yeah.
Good fights coming up this weekend. So yeah, we'll be back Saturday. To all my shower heads, like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. I'm trying to keep my eyes closed. So
trying to keep your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Well,
So be good at it, all that jazz. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, peace.
Thank you.